Hey guys, welcome back to Life with Mrs. B. Today I have got a what's for dinner video for you. I have got 4 tasty, delicious, family-friendly meals that you can make for you and your family, your friends, whoever it is you make food for. So if you are interested in that kind of video, then keep on watching. For dinner tonight we are having some chicken burgers. I got these ones from the company shop. If you don't have one of them near you, I'm sorry. If you do, there's one in Renfrew, there's one in Edinburgh, and then there's some in England. It's such a fantastic place, it's really good. I got these chicken thigh burgers and they are pretty it's really hard to see through this packet, but they are some good sized burgers, So this is a pack of 4. The boys are just going to split one because they are pretty big. So I'm going to put them in the oven and then I'm going to cook these chips. A lot of times I make my own chips, but today these are just going to go in. I did make my own bread though for the rolls for the burgers. This is just some whole wheat bread for like sandwiches and stuff. But these are, I have a recipe for this. It's my yeast roll recipe from Moss Family TV. Such a good roll recipe, and it's the same recipe that I used in the video that I'll put the link to below. But in that video I made little tiny dinner rolls like this, so I just split the dough up into 6. I had one for my lunch as a sandwich, so I just split it up into 6 instead of 16 and obviously made some bigger buns. And then veggie wise we are going to be having this honey butter skillet corn, which has got some butter, honey, corn, cream cheese, which is soft cheese, salt and pepper. And this recipe is from togethersafamily.com. Child labour, home economics, same difference. Here's how the plates turned out. So we've got the homemade rolls, a slice of plastic cheese. The boys have got half a chicken burger each on one bun, some chips, some corn, and then for top of the burgers we've got some lettuce and some red onion. I'm looking forward to getting stuck in. For dinner tonight we are having biscuits and gravy. If you're like me and you're Scottish or possibly anything other than American or Canadian, then you probably don't have biscuits and gravy. Biscuits in this sense is not like a biscuit, like a sweet biscuit, like a cookie. It is a biscuit that is more similar to a scone or a scone that we would have here in the UK. But anyway, this is my recipe for biscuits. If you are interested, you can screenshot that and save it. This is a half cup, not 1.5 cups of milk, 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1 tablespoon baking powder. Yeah, I'm going to make double this and then I'm going to freeze the uncooked dough, do you call it dough? I don't know, of the biscuits that I don't need, and then next time I have biscuit dough prepared, I'm going to use a pastry cutter. Got this thing from Amazon. I think you can probably get them anywhere. So yeah, so I'm going to double this. And then for my sausage gravy, I use this recipe here. A pack of sausages, some flour, some milk, salt and pepper, onion, butter, and that's about it. Is it particularly nutritious? Well, it doesn't really have any vegetables in it. I mean, I put an onion in it because, you know, that's kind of flavourful, but really, not really. But it's going to be delicious. Here's how the biscuits look before they go in the oven. So I just made them up according to the recipe and then brushed the tops of them with milk. I ended up, this is the double batch, but I'm just going to cook them all because if we have 2 each, it made 16. If we have 2 each, that's just going to leave 6 and they will get eaten today. And then in here I've got the onion softening up, and now I'm going to squeeze out my sausages. Don't worry, these were in the freezer. And I'm going to brown them up whilst these biscuits are cooking. Over here, this is for a Relief Society activity I'm doing tonight for my church. Relief Society is like the women's group, the ladies group, and I'm making a fruit salsa and cinnamon pita chips, which should be good. So that's why this is all out, in case you're wondering. But yes, into the oven they go. Here is how the biscuits turned out. You can also cut these with like a fluted cutter, but I didn't have time for that, so that's why they look very homemade. And then over here, the sausage gravy is done. A lot of people ask me about cooking in cast iron. It's actually very easy. It's not very typical here in the UK to cook in cast iron. I have this one and I have a smaller one that Thomas got imported for me, because it's just not really a thing here. There is like coated cast iron, you know, like enamel cast iron. You know, there are some kind of like Dutch ovens, like casserole dishes, but pure cast iron skillets like this are not all that popular. But anyway, once you are used to it, it's actually a breeze. And look at that, like nothing is stuck to that at all. It's amazing. But anyway, what I do is cut these in half, spoon some of the gravy on, and that's it. That is how good it is. Dinner tonight, I am making a recipe from the Pioneer Woman. I really love her recipes. I don't have any of her cookbooks. They're not, I just don't think they're that well known over here. But anyway, tonight we're having peanut chicken or peanut chicken pasta, she calls it. And it does, as always, I'm going to change this recipe up. I've made this loads of times and everybody loves it. I'm not making it with green beans because some people, Argyll, do not really care for green beans. And I don't really like soft green beans. I prefer them roasted. So this is the recipe. You can find it on her website. It's called Peanut Chicken with Green Beans, and it's just on her own website. And I'm going to add some onion to it, a grated carrot. I'm going to do peas on the side instead of the beans, but like I'll mix mine through. And then she calls for like half a cup of canned coconut milk. I'm just going to put in a whole tin of coconut milk. And then she calls for chicken thighs. I've got some chicken breasts, so I'm going to mix it up just a little bit. I don't put the chilli in it because it's pretty spicy. But yes, so let's just get cooking. Here is the recipe, the instructions, if you're interested. There we go. And here I've got the onions, the carrot, just that one sad carrot, and I grated it up pretty fine, and I've chopped up all of the chicken. And then over here I've got a whole packet of pasta boiling. I'm going to grate in some ginger. This ginger is frozen, and I'm just going to grate it straight in. Do you think this is for you? It's time to make the sauce. Everything is a go in here. Pots are bubbling. Thomas is cleaning the cupboard and he's got some music on. So the sauce, I've got myself a jug. I'm going to put in this whole can of coconut milk. This is reduced fat. I don't always use reduced fat, but this one needed used up, see, because I had a bang in it. So I'm going to pop that in. Then I'm just reading from here. I'm going to need half a cup of peanut butter. I'm not going to measure. I'm probably just going to put everything that's left in there. What else do you need? A quarter cup of soy sauce. I'm using dark soy sauce, but light works well as well. 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar. And then I'm also going to need some lime juice. I'll get that from the fridge. And then once I've put that all together, I'm going to put in some korma powder. Use 2 tablespoons of that. And that's going to go in here with the chicken mixture. I took my chicken out of my cast iron because the pasta was done, and this is going to fill it with sauce and the pasta. So it's going to be a pretty big dish. So I definitely need this big pot for that. And I almost forgot, you also need a cup of water, warm water. I think warm is so that it melts your peanut butter. Here's what the sauce looks like, pretty much mostly mixed up. So now I'm just going to pop this in here, let it heat up for a couple of minutes. Then I'm going to add the pasta back in. I'm going to serve it up. I'm going to drain these peas. Everything is now finished up. I'm going to plate it up. So I added in the pasta, and it is, honestly, out of all the recipes in this video, give this one a try. It is so good. Now you can kind of see how this is very brown, which is maybe the funniest thing you hear, but it's quite brown. So the green beans add obviously a nice pop of green, but I'm going to serve the peas on the side. Thomas is now hoovering the cupboard that he was cleaning, so sorry not sorry if you hear that. So you can see why the green beans are a good addition. Also, the Pioneer Woman put some herbs on it. I don't have no herbs, so like fresh herbs. So that is just how I am going to serve it, and I know there will be nothing left. Tonight for dinner we are having Chipotle honey chicken skewers. This recipe is from skinnyms.com. It's also on my Pinterest board if you are interested. And we're going to marinate the chicken. It doesn't say to marinate it, but I think it would be nice to marinate it. So I've got 1 helper. Did you find the honey? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Oh, good job. So we're gonna have it with coconut rice. I'm gonna do it in my rice cooker later on. Here it is. Well, here's someone cutting up some chicken, but here's the recipe up close. So we're just gonna mix everything in a bowl and let the chicken marinate for a little bit. This guy's not happy about cutting chicken. It'll be fine. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut the chicken breasts in half, Sky, lengthways, right? And then we're gonna cut each into a little bite-sized piece. Here's how the chicken looks. Going in for its marinade. I did add in some soy sauce because it called for 4 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. It's a lot of vinegar and I didn't really care for that. So I did 2 of apple cider vinegar and 2 soy. I thought that worked well with like the honey, and I didn't put any chili in it because my babies are babies. This looks kind of burnt. It's not burnt, don't worry. But we put them on the skewers. Me and Argyll did this, and we put on, you can't really see, but we put on red onions and a whole selection of peppers. These are going to be so good. So good. This would be really good to do on the grill if you've got a chance. But we didn't today. But that's fine. I'm just going to test them and see if they're done. And then the rice, the coconut rice. Oh gosh, guys. It's so good. So good. It's very steamy. Here's how it turned out. It literally just looks like rice, but it is the most delicious rice ever. I just do a tin of coconut milk, the water that is needed for the rest of it, some salt and some garlic powder, and then I cook it. This is my Yum Asia rice cooker. Possibly the best thing I've ever bought. I have a whole video on this thing, and it's just amazing. It makes the best rice, but especially coconut rice. It's just really good. And that's what we're gonna have for dinner. We're gonna do the rice with the chicken, and this has got onions and peppers on it, so that's vegetables, yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, and in the comments section below, let me know what are you having for dinner this week, and I will see you in my next video, guys. Bye!